Far away, beyond the magical green forest, stood a mountain, a warm, rocky mountain, full of life, full of home. This mountain was home to many dragons, each cave a warm little world, each family safe and happy inside. And one little dragon loved his mountain home more than anything in the whole wide world. Our friend, Ember. Every morning, Ember ran down his mountain slope, feeling the warm rock beneath his feet, breathing the fresh mountain air. He would sit on his favorite rock, look out at everything he loved, and feel the most grateful heart in the whole mountain. But then, one morning, Ember felt something different, a low, distant rumble coming from somewhere far above, high above, at the very top of the mountain where no dragon ever went. The volcano was waking up. Ember stared up at the growing smoke above, his heart beating fast. Something was very wrong. Something was coming. There was only one thing to do, only one friend brave enough, only one friend he trusted with all his heart, Pip. Far away from the mountain in her own magical forest, Pip was having the most beautiful morning.
Whee!
She was spinning through her forest, catching golden leaves, laughing at the butterflies. Not a single worry in the world. Pip sat on her favorite mossy branch, breathing in the warm forest air, perfectly still, perfectly happy. And then something small came tumbling from the sky, a tiny rolled-up leaf falling gently toward her. Pip unrolled the tiny leaf carefully and read the words written in Ember's clumsy dragon handwriting. Her eyes grew wide. She did not think, she did not hesitate, not even for one single second. Ember needed her, and that was everything. Pip flew, faster than she had ever flown before, straight toward Ember's mountain, her wings beating with everything she had. Below her, the forest gave way to gray, rocky slopes, and above the mountain, dark smoke was rising, more than before. Pip landed beside her friend. Ember looked up with the most relieved eyes she had ever seen. "You came." "Of course I came. I always will." The mountain was in chaos. Dragons were running, dragons were flying, every single one of them heading away from the volcano above. But not the little dragon. He stood completely still, arms crossed, eyes fierce. This was his home, and he was not leaving it. And without a single word, the tiny fairy walked over, planted her own feet beside his, and crossed her own arms, just like him. And then the volcano spoke, loud, powerful, shaking the entire mountain from its very roots to its highest peak. The ground shook beneath their feet. The sky darkened above their heads, and both of them stumbled, holding on to each other. And from the very heart of the volcano, something rose, enormous, ancient, made of fire and rock and 100 years of waiting. He was enormous. He was ancient, and compared to him, the tiny fairy and the little dragon looked no bigger than two small pebbles.
Go away! Every time you come to this mountain, you ruin everything!
Every time you come to this mountain, you ruin everything. Every part of them wanted to run. Every part of them was shaking, but their feet stayed exactly where they were. But Pip was not looking at Blaze's fire anymore. She was looking at something else, something he kept glancing toward when he thought no one was watching. There, on the slope of the volcano, one tiny patch of bare ground, carefully tended, quietly waiting for something. And for just one moment, the fire in his eyes faded, and something else appeared. something old, something aching, something that had been waiting far too long. And then the tiny fairy did something that nobody expected, not even herself. She took one small step forward.
What are you waiting for? What is it that you have been waiting for all this time?
Blaze went completely still. His fire dimmed, his smoke stilled. No one in 100 years had ever asked him that, not once. His voice was different now, not rumbling, not commanding, just and honest. He had been waiting for something for 100 years. Deep in the volcanic soil of his slope grew the rarest flower in the entire world, the century bloom. A flower so rare it takes 100 years to open. The tiny fairy and the little dragon listened without a single word, and slowly the full weight of it settled over them. 100 years. He had been waiting 100 years.
I'm so sorry, Blaze. I was wrong.
You apologize to me?
Yes, with all my heart.
The
Please
most
forgive me.
beautiful things
I
in
forgive
life
you, little one.
cannot be rushed, she said gently. They must be tended and protected and waited for with patience and with love. We will wait with you, said the tiny fairy simply. The little dragon nodded beside her, and for the first time in 100 years, Blaze was not alone. The sun went down, the stars came out, one by one by one, and the three of them waited, quietly, patiently, together. Nobody spoke, nobody rushed, nobody moved. And then morning came, golden and warm and gentle, touching everything it reached with the softest light. And something felt different. And then the tiny patch of soil began to glow, the softest golden light, barely there, but growing. Petal by petal, golden by golden, the most beautiful flower in the entire world opened its eyes for the very first time after 100 years of patient waiting. And the ancient Volcano Spirit looked down at his flower, his beautiful, patient flower, and wept the happiest tears he had ever cried in 100 years. And there, on the warm volcanic slope, stood four unlikely friends: a tiny fairy, a little dragon, an ancient volcano spirit.
Thank you for watching the story. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.